The urban system of a country is depending on a network of urban settlement. Urban settlement is nothing but towns and cities. Each urban settlement is depending on its surrounding. This surrounding is called hinterland. Every urban center is not self-sufficient in goods and services, because the urban center is not going to produce any goods and services that it requires. So, the urban settlement are an interdependent on one another. Urban center here are having many transport and communication system. These systems are very important functions of the urban system, which is decided. So, connection between towns and hinterland is very much needed. Otherwise, any town or city will not grow. For the growth of any city, any urban structure, the movement of goods, people and capital are facilitating between settlements and their hinterland. So, hinterland and settlement, they go hand in hand. Here the crucial role is played by efficient communication system. The urban system of a country comprises the entire spectrum of human settlements, that is in scale one or the other way. The human settlement is dynamic. It ranges from farmhouse to megalopolitan city. It has both horizontal and vertical links. Horizontal links are micro and vertical links are hierarchical. Both the links are very important resources to function a city. Transport and communication network here works very effectively. People, goods, services and information circulate fastly through the settlement system. The urban system of every country can be best calculated by studying the various functions in respect to hinterland relationship. Function of city is separate type of activity. For example, there is administration, there is culture, there is a business and many activities. In a particular settlement, there is a different graded hierarchy, and those hierarchies are one above the other, ranks from first to n number, and there is a good relationship between hierarchy of ranking. Towns and cities are graded hierarchically in different manner. Socio-economic conditions also help for the function of a city. The settlement of hierarchy is divided into many classification. Here the hierarchies are classified in the following manner. The first one is administrative hierarchy, the second one is settlement hierarchy, and third one is demographic hierarchy. In Indian urban system, it is characterized by polymetropolitan apex with 4 multi-million cities. Here the states, districts and tehsils form an territorial hierarchy. Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai metropolitan stand as island of urban potentials. These cities act as a metropolitan capitals as well as regional city and district headquarters. They also marketplaces. They have small villages as agriculture hinterland. It means in the background of all those 4 important cities, we have agricultural activity, or dairying, or poultry farming, whatever that is required for metropolitan cities, they are produced in the hinterland. The fact that the population size of urban center in the country, urban system vary from less than 500 for the smallest town to over 16 million population for largest metropolitan city. Here we can associate the lowest and highest hierarchical functions. The first order metropolitan city in India range from 6 million to 16 million population, we have the first ranking cities. In second order cities, we have the state capitals like Bangalore of Karnataka, Bhopal of Madhya Pradesh have good example of these state capitals. These centers are mostly fall in the population range of 10 lakh to 50 lakh. All these cities are come under the second category. In such cities, we can found manufacturing units and industries, as well as administrative units, and many other developments can be found in these second ranking cities. The third order cities are third ranking cities. Here not only state capitals and other district headquarters also come under this category. Their range of population is from 250,000 to 1 million. These cities are developed to provide higher order functional linkages between sub-regions or the meso-regions. The fourth order cities. These cities are district headquarters and important market centers. All these cities provide the integration between urban system and the regional resource base. The population of these cities ranges from 50,000 to 250,000 only. In the fifth order cities, towns and cities with many good resources and services are found. It means they are small cities. Their population ranges from less than 50,000. These cities mainly act as lower order marketing and service center to the surrounding villages. The Indian urban system consists of multi-specialized system. All these cities include industries, commerce, government offices, cultural buildings like temples, palaces, church, etc. The co-association of these specialized system are stronger in the million and capital cities. The regional urban system has a closer fit the administrative hierarchy system, state division, district and tehsils. The settlement hierarchy is restricted to farmstead or hamlet or villages. Here the social group of people are farmers and folk. You can see here most of the people in India are from the villages only. In the villages we can find the farmers, the poultry farmers and many other artisans. Most probably these people are engaged in primary activities just like agriculture, animal domestication, poultry farming, sericulture, mining, etc. These activities are very important and they are also called the backbone of the country, or the Indian economy is depending on the primary activities of the villages. Local artisans play a very important role in making rich this primary activity. Nowadays, even villages have global market system. It means the small traders have entered into hamlets and villages. Most probably villages have isolated from towns and village cities. Even today there are some villages where bullock cart and pedestrians are common. Now, even the transport system has changed. The towns and cities, the villages have remained same in the remote places. After the villages and hamlets, we have to come across towns and cities. These towns and cities come in second hierarchy. Before pre-industrial period, people were engaged both in primary and secondary activities. So, trade, transportation, construction and many other functions are the backbone of towns and cities. Metropolis conurbation have come into existence after industrial revolution. They became big because of the economic activities of the socio-drastic change. Spatially, mobility of people increased and people started working in tertiary activities. Almost all tertiary activities are service oriented activities. They are just like industries, entrepreneurship, banking and financing, technologically developing. These are come under tertiary activities. Due to tertiary activities, we can see television, computer, satellite communication, multimedia, etc. These are all very important to our modern society. Even for the national level and international level, links are made to all these metropolitan cities. These metropolitan cities became hub of modern society. After metropolitan system, we come across super urban structure like megalopolis hyperurban. This megalopolis hyperurban is due to the industrial period which is interested to group abound people concentrated together to form megalopolis center. In most of the megalopolitan cities, the economic occupations are confined to tertiary activities. Most of the people are engaged in industries, transportation, agency and scientific works, research work, executive work, business work, banking sector. These are all the very important functions of megalopolitan cities. We already know that technologically megalopolitan cities have drastically changed in the shape and structure, and there we can find fast and ultra modern structures. There we can find space satellites, rocket communities and many investigating research centers which can give many works to the intelligent class. The people who lived in megalopolitan cities have links through the international space agencies. Hierarchical level of Indian settlement is based on number of settlement populations. In India, settlement populations are serving by spacing between settlement and Ratio of spacing. Metropolitan cities. There are more than 12 metropolitan cities in India. They have more than 1 million population. Each settlement has an area of 2,48,000 square kilometer area and 54.9 million population. The spacing between these settlements is 535 kilometers with the ratio of spacing is 4.25. Cities. The cities are having 1 lakh to 1 million population under this category. India has 204 cities. The area of this category to each settlements is 13,800 square kilometer and 3.05 million populations. Spacing between these settlement is 126 kilometer and ratio of spacing is 1.50. Intermediate towns. In India, there are 270 towns with 50,000 to 99,999 population. The population served each settlement in this group is 1.35 million. Area served by each settlement is 6,140. The settlement spacing is 84 kilometer and ratio of spacing is 1.58. Medium towns. There are 739 medium towns in India and they range the population from 20,000 to 49,999. The population served by each settlement is 5,38,000. The area served by each settlement here is 2,440 square kilometers. Spacing between each settlement is 53 and ratio of spacing is 1.83. Let us come to fifth stage about towns. In India, there are 2,881 towns and their population is ranging from 10,000 to 19,999. The population area served by each settlement here is 1,60,000. The area here served by each settlement here is 727 square kilometers. Spacing between each settlement is 29 and ratio of spacing 1.71. Small towns. In India, there are 7,924 small towns. They have 5,000 to 9,999 population. The population served by each settlement is 55,000. The area served here is by each settlement is 248 square kilometer. Spacing between each settlement is 17 and ratio of spacing is 2.21. Large villages. In India, there are 46,729 large villages. They range from 2,000 to 4,099 population. The population served by each settlement here is 11,215. The area served by each settlement here is 51 square kilometer and spacing between each settlement is 7.7 and ratio is of 1.60. Villages. In India, the number of villages are 93,800 and they have the population range from 1,000 to 1,999. The population served by each settlement here is 4,320. The area served by each settlement here is 20 square kilometer. Spacing between each settlement is 4.8 and ratio of spacing is 1.41. Small villages. In India, there are 1,34,239 small villages. They have 500 to 999 population. The population served by each settlement here is 2,298. The area served by each settlement here is 10 square kilometer. Spacing between each settlement is 3.4 and ratio of spacing is 1.42. Hamlets. In India, there are 2,67,493 hamlets. They have the population below 500. The population served by each settlement is 1,189. The area served by each settlement here is only 5 square kilometer. Spacing between each settlement is 2.4 and ratio of spacing is 1.35. Based on the population size, metropolitan functional index airline connectivity and the number of intercity flight connection per week, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai are found to dominate the urban system. In population size, the 4 cities are largest in India as per 2011 census. Mumbai and Kolkata stand out as industrial and commercial metropolises. Among these, Mumbai is very popular and largest metropolitan, famous for stock exchange and headquarters of Reserve Bank of India. Mumbai is also recognized as the financial capital of India. This metropolitan city is along the seashore of Arabian Sea. Navigation and air travelling is common in this city. Delhi is not only metropolitan city of India, it is also national capital. It has distinct role to play as a unique state in India politically. Chennai has the lowest metropolitan rank among the big 4 cities in India. The financial gap between Chennai and next ranking Bangalore has reduced recently after development of software industry in Bangalore. The 4 metropolises are characterized by high concentration of production units and industries. In Indian space economy, Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai dominate in sharing each air traffic the service. Employment has increased in aviation rather than industries. Even the job opportunities has also increased in the Air Force. A significant proportion of industrial and service sector employment is informal with the low wages and cheap material. The informal component in both sectors accounts for 82% establishment and 30% of employment. In this component that breeds slums and garbages, but metropolises also have an increasing shares in quaternary services, innovative industries, shopping complexes, high-rise office complex and super luxury apartments. Here the beneficiaries who belong to high income groups are drawn from the whole nation. This polarized and dual structure is typical of both metropolitan and non-metropolitan cities.